And yeah, basically it was just somebody that was the first message. Like that was the very first message I got related to that topic specifically. But it was just somebody telling me like, yeah, you went and opened a credit card in your brother's name. I think you deserve to know just because her followers were already familiar with me because during the divorce she went live for like every little issue and would constantly like have something to say about me or like pick at every little thing.
Yeah.
Since I was the one that was
Do
in
you hang on, Zoe? Do you have your microphone covered?
no. I mean
Oh,
I have it down. Can you hear me now?
that's a little better. Does it sound so? It's almost like a bad connection, or it's like it's covered. It's like muffled.
I live in the country, so my connection, even with Wi-Fi, is just really bad out here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Do you want to start from the beginning?
Um, of the credit card situation.
Well, I mean, I guess of. Oh Lord, I can't stand that. You put hats and stuff, and you can't concentrate. Start from the beginning of having to deal with this creature.
So she, okay, so I've actually known her pretty much my whole life. Like, I've known her since I was a teen. I wasn't really close to her or anything like that. I just knew of her because we went to the same church as kids. And when I got older, she reached out to me in like 2019. She reached out to me asking me how my brother was doing. And she had asked for his information. And it took me a little bit to get it back to her because I had to ask him before I gave it to her. And then at first, he really didn't know who she was. I had to like break it down and be like, yeah, her dad's so and so. And because she didn't always go to church there when we went, because we went and then we stopped going. So after she reached out to me, she finally got his information and they started talking. And then they didn't talk long. Like they talked for 3 to 6 months, maybe, probably less. And then they got married.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
love at first sight.
Yeah. So basically, she just was in a relationship with my brother, and then when they no longer decided to be together anymore because of all the issues they were having, I just helped him get his divorce. And whenever I was helping him get that divorce from her, he was obviously locked up at the time. So it was just faster and easier for me to help him do it, and that's how the whole situation started. As far as her just starting to talk shit about my family and him and stuff like that. And then that was in 2020, so it was really when TikTok took off because COVID, everybody was staying inside. So that's really when she started her whole, like, ever since I could remember when she first got on TikTok, she's always like not even for the fact like about my brother or anything, but just always constantly brought up my family or me, or just always commenting or on something, So and then little by little, I just always started getting messages like, this is what's being said. I ignored it for so long. And even when I came here and posted this video about wishing my brother a happy birthday, like, I went back and forth with myself, like, is this something I want to speak about? Like, is this someone I even want to, acknowledge? Because I've just always been like, she ain't shit. I'm not going to give her the time of day. So I've just kind of left it where it was. And my brother got his divorce and he was happy after that. So I didn't really care to, I guess, feed into her fake image that she was portraying or whatever. So
Why does she? So yeah, I've got that. So that's not all of her relationships are extremely short.
even with her friends, and that should tell you a lot about somebody. Like, if you can't keep a friendship, or you're constantly jealous about somebody, or you just can't be, like, you just have an issue with everybody. Obviously, the common denominator is you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's see. So she's in Fort Lauderdale. Is that where she's at today?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's really strange. So she was supposed to speak at the Bop House. Jesus Christ, y'all. She was supposed to speak for iHeartRadio in New York. And her and Heffa were showing like they're driving around, so the weather's not that bad, but their excuse for not going to the radio station was that the weather was bad. Let's see. We're talking about Ashley Trevino. Wonderful. Let's see. Yeah, they lied about that. She's in Florida. So I don't know if y'all are looking at the same screen I'm looking at, but this is not Ashley.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been saying, oh my God. I think it's funny. Honestly, it doesn't bother me one bit because on her best day, she couldn't look like me.
No, absolutely not.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have like my phone so close to my face or something. I don't know. But I know we definitely don't resemble each other.
Mm-hmm. You don't look like you're 62.
No, I'm not at all.
You're getting, so yeah, everybody over here is like, this view, you're beautiful.
Thank you guys. Whoever said we look alike needs to get their eyes checked. Like, ASAP. Call in for the next available to your nearest doctor. So, eye doctor.
You are, I don't know, you can't see it, but you're getting gassed up over here. They're just blind. You're so pretty. She looks young. Ash does not. I agree. The bed bug situation. I don't know.
Same face shape.
I think everybody's got the same face shape. It's like oval. Like
to some extent.
I would either say, yeah, you're so sweet and gentle.
No shit. Oh my God.
So did she ever reach out to you directly?
She did actually. She messaged me and she just basically, because I had went live with Poncho. I think it was the first night I ever went live on this thing. Mind you, people were getting so pissed at me because could not concentrate. I was so stuck on reading those damn comments. I was like, they were like, quit reading those comments already. So, I went live with him and she got upset and she sent me a message and was like, don't be going live with anybody. Just remember, I'm the one that married your brother, not anyone else. If you want to go live, let me know.
Yeah, she wants to keep her name under wraps. I'm still waiting on the cease and desist. I'm going to burn it on live if she sends me one. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she told me about that too. That was my second direct message I got from her. She was like, hey, people are, talking shit. You can send them a cease and whatever the heck. And I'm just like, girl, you're the last person I'm going to be taking advice from. I promise.
Yeah. She's been printing them off Google and TikTok attorneys. Let's see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's see. All right, so let's see. Ashley, shut up. Did they break her window? Yeah, they broke her window. She put it, or maybe she broke it herself for attention. So I'm curious, the kind of person she is. I wonder how long it's going to be before she gets pregnant for attention. Like, legitimately.
Well, see, that's the thing. It was so, I guess, a shock to everybody because on my first live, I had mentioned that she told my brother her tubes were tied. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm not like up to date with all her lies. I just kind of hear this, and that, especially if she's mentioning my family or my name or whatever. So whenever I said that, everybody like went crazy and was like, well, she apparently has had like a pregnancy scare. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. All I know is when she was married to my brother, she told him she had her tubes tied. And it was to the point where they had like a deep conversation about wanting kids and having to go like a certain route of getting her tubes untied. And it was just like this big old thing. Obviously, they couldn't ever have any because he's where he's at. But I know for a fact like that's what was said to him. So
let's see. Yeah, so I'm seeing a few comments in here. Can I start speaking on Bree? I did that earlier, and that video is people are blowing that video up. It wasn't up for like 6 minutes, and 2K reposted it.
they said, what does the small town think of her?
What's
Probably, I guess Ennis, where she's from.
Oh, you know those police officers. They're tired of her.
They went and made a public like statement on Facebook. Quit calling.
Mm-hmm. Leave us alone. We don't want to be in the middle of it. So, hang on a second.
Yeah, I'm from Ellis County.
Did you say the live where I don't know if it was a movie or her daughter? It sounded like somebody was being attacked in the background. You seen that?
Mm-mm. I didn't see it.
Yeah, so it sounded like somebody's being attacked in the background. And I called, and they're like, and the lady's laughing at me. I was like, y'all know where she lives? And she's like, yeah, but you got to give me the apartment number. I was like, I don't know it. Stand in front of the apartments. It's the last one on the left.
I don't know where she lives, but I know that everybody has like mentioned to me like it's easy to find her. She leaked her own address. That's what I heard. I don't know. Allegedly that happened.
Allegedly.
I don't know how that came about. I've missed so much. Like people don't realize I haven't been on TikTok since 2020. Like I got off intentionally because I just couldn't keep up with the lies, the bullshit, everything that she was spinning. And you know, back then there used to be, well, I'm sure it's still a thing, but it was called prison TikTok. So like everybody was going crazy for her at the beginning. Then she started like hopping from inmate to inmate, and then I guess she became known as, you know, whatever the heck she became known as. But I used to constantly get on her lives, and she would just block me continuously. So I just left it at what it was. Like I said, after the divorce and everything, I didn't really have anything to do with her afterwards because the only reason I did was for the benefit of my brother. So.
Mm-hmm. So I got a couple of comments. So no, this is Ash's ex-sister-in-law. Oh look, we get to go on a field trip because I left the trailer plugged up.
Someone said I am in Ennis. Folks are sick of her here. So there you have it.
Okay. Did not go on a field trip. Someone else did it. We don't claim her. I wouldn't claim her either. Let's see. Oh no, so she's not. How up to date are you with everything that's going on with her?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay. Did they charge her for opening up the credit cards?
No. So when I found out that she opened the credit card, I'm trying to make sure I have my timeline. Because there was that incident, and then it was the incident about her stealing the stimulus checks. And when she did the whole stimulus thing, I went to the police department in Ennis to kind of like basically just see like how can we go about this, because he's in jail. He's going to be in there for a while. So I went there to see how we could go about everything, and I actually ended up finding out that she had a restraining order on me that that day. So when I went to go get the after that, when I went to go get the divorce papers signed, like the NSPD actually had to escort me to her house, which at that time she lived with her parents. So they had to follow me there. And she was on live with it when she came out. Like she grabbed her phone and intentionally went live and was like, you're not supposed to be on my you're not supposed to be at my house, you're not even supposed to come within, so many feet of me. Like she was popping off, and the cop was literally standing there looking at her like, this is why I brought her over here, like we know this. And yeah, she signed it, but she talked shit the whole time she signed it. And then the police officer gave it to me, and then I left. And after that, like, that's really when the shit talking started, not only about him but like about me and my family. And she's tried to bring up like my past and stuff, but it don't bother me none because I am who I am.
So who is Raina? Rana? It says, ask why Raina was stressing out so bad of you because you're speaking out.
Sorry, you cut out.
Who is Raina? Rana? I don't know if I say that properly.
Oh, I think that's I think that's what they call her. It means frog.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's learn Spanish together. Yeah, why is she so mad that you're talking? Like, I wonder why she's so mad. Like, she really thinks she can act the way that she does on camera, and then everybody's just supposed to accept it.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure she just expected me to like never say anything, or I don't know. I guess she just expected me to always stay quiet, which was my full intentions. Like, I was just like, it is what it is. I know the real her. I know what she's saying, and the things that she does is all lies. And then the shit she talks about me and my family, like, some of it does have some truth to it, but a lot of it didn't. So, or just like how shit played out. She always had her story so wrong. So when I posted a video about my brother is really when it took off, because so many people were just like, oh my God, this is her first inmate husband. Like, what did you know? What happened? Like, they just started flooding in with all the questions. And at that point, I just, like I said earlier, I was kind of like going back and forth. Like, do I even address this? Do I not? And so many people were just like, she ain't shit on here. Like, whatever lies she's told, basically they wanted me to call her out on it. And I was just like, she deserves to be called out on her lies, because that's all she does. She lies so much, she don't even know what lies she's told up to this point, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. So what about, so that was just did they charge her with either the credit cards or the stimulus checks?
No, because when I went, they told me that he had to take care of it himself, that it wasn't something that I could do on his behalf. So at that time, he had already basically been fighting with her for this divorce for a few months, and she had already been doing all that she was doing. So he was just like, I'm in here for a while, I can deal with that later on. The main concern I have right now is the divorce. So that's what his he was focused on. And when he got that, he was happy too. Like, he just left it at what it was, and he never really said anything about it. I mean, obviously he's still pissed. Obviously he's still like, yeah, you didn't give me the money that I was supposed to get. Because, mind you, she claimed him on her taxes that year, and also got 2 stimulus checks. I think it's 2. I think it was 2 that she got. So
is there a way for you to become his power of attorney?
I was already. That's how I was able to get his divorce. So when I went to the police station, I was assuming, well, it should be pretty easy. I was able to get the divorce. What else could I not do with it, you know? I also only went to NSPD because they had, when I called the police station where I live, they told me that I had to go to the police station where the fraud was committed, which is where she lives.
Of course. Has she always been like a terrible mom?
Everybody keeps asking me that, and I've said it from day one. I won't speak on the kids specifically, but I do know that she never had her oldest one. If she only had the youngest one, because I have kids too, so sometimes they would ask for her, and then she would bring her over. So
Let's see. How do you claim someone on? So how long have they been divorced?
4 years now. 5. Well, this year will be 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how was she claiming him on her taxes during the time they were married or after they were divorced?
I don't know, to be honest. I know it was. I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know.
Nice. Yeah, everybody's over here. Is it? I'm gonna ask and see if somebody. Is it Form 3911? I think for the IRS.
What's that for her to be able to claim him?
No, there's a form that you can. Thank you. There's a form that you can fill out to report, like where somebody is working under the table or whatever, or they're getting income. It's like a 3911, I believe. The England story. I'm supposed to ask you about the England story?
So I found this out when I came here. Apparently, she said she was like a descendant of England or something. So I didn't know. That was news to me. A new lie.
Let's see. Who is the? Hang on. So no, they're not married right now. They've already been divorced for a while. Yeah, 1099 is an independent contractor. Yep, 1099. Wouldn't a prisoner be a dependent? I don't know. Did you hear? Did you hear any of the interview last night when they interviewed Ash's old mod?
Mm-mm.
I didn't either. I'm gonna have to watch it when we get off here. Prisoners. I don't know if it'd be illegal to claim him on taxes or not.
I don't think it's illegal because there's actually a section if you go in and try to claim someone, it asks you like specifically how much money you sent for that year. Well, it did back then because I looked into it myself, and it did give you the option. I haven't done it recently, so I don't know if it's still eligible, like something you're eligible for, but then it was.
Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. So I know doing things like Equifax, you can actually go into these credit bureaus and have your Social Security number locked. So you could take your Social Security number and lock it so she couldn't open anything else.
That's another thing. When she got her divorce, like almost, I want to say it was like a few days after the divorce, she literally went live and showed his social. So at this point, like,
holy cow,
anybody could have it.
Yeah.
Because somebody sent me the screenshot of his social being posted to her live. Like she showed it up close and you can see it. You can the numbers and everything. And it has his name, it has his birthplace, like everything, all his personal information. She put it on her live, but this was like years ago.
So if anybody had it, they've already got a hold of it.
Oh yeah.
Why did he marry her?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a question for him. I mean,
do bad decisions run in your family?
Do bad decisions run in my family? Don't everybody make bad decisions?
You're damn right we do.
At some point or another, you know? Yeah.
So as far as the Section 8 and the benefits, we actually have someone on the ground. She lost a bunch of her benefits.
Wait, say it again?
So I was answering a question as far as like her benefits, Section 8 and food stamps, things like that. She lost a bunch of her benefits.
Oh, I didn't know that she was on benefits. Last I heard, she came from money.
Your brother's money where she stole his credit cards.
He don't have any money. That boy don't got nothing.
No, she took it all.
He took his TDC number too. That's all he had to give.
She took everything. Oh, let's see. Is he ever getting out?
So I'm not gonna speak about that. That's something that we're not gonna talk about, and it's not because he doesn't want to own up to his decisions he made to get him where he's at. But I've just been very firm on the fact that his charges comes with victims, and it's not a sensitive subject. I mean, it's not a subject that's not sensitive to them. You know, like it's very sensitive to them, and out of respect for them, that's not something. And unfortunately, it has been something that's came out, and a lot of people ran and kind of took 2 seconds of my content and turned it and took it out of context, but. You know, it is what it is. This is what comes with making bad decisions in life. You have to pay for the consequences. So, again, I'm going to try to stay away from that as much as possible. Just so
Jen, I know it's public records, but she's leaving it for everybody to look up on their own. And that's very respectable. Very respectable.
Yeah. And you know what? Since we're here and we're speaking about it, like, fuck Trashley for the shit that she said the other day. She only feels that way because she wasn't a victim on either side, no matter how it played out. It didn't primarily affect her in any kind of way. So, of course, she can't sympathize for people that actually felt the wrath of everything that happened. If I wanted to, I can completely hate my brother to the max. Like, he changed my life the day he decided to do what he did, not only his own, or anyone else's. But I'm going to speak specifically for me. I have every right to hate him, and I choose not to. If anybody else wants to, that's your decision. But as far as like the things she said, she was so wrong. Bitch, you didn't play any part on any side of what happened. So for you to just sit there and say the things that she said, she was so out of line and out of pocket for that. Like,
yeah. So regardless of your personal feelings, not you, but the public in general, regardless of anyone's personal feelings, you can hate what someone did, but to actually hate them as a person for what they did and it didn't affect you directly, it's kind of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she can't even sympathize with like her own kids, you know? And they really expected her to feel in a different way for other people. Like, she showed everyone again and again who she is. I don't know why people are so surprised when she says or does the things she does, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has no empathy. It's kind of actually from everything that she does. I'm kind of surprised she's doing something for her daughter.
Do what?
I said for everything that she does, I'm kind of surprised that she's doing anything for her daughter. Like she's letting her speak on that podcast.
Oh, I didn't know. I have no idea. I have no clue about it.
I wonder how. So, do you know any of her background, like how she was raised?
So I'm only gonna speak on this because she specifically brought up my background. Like just the other day, she was like, "Oh, you were raised by a mom who did drugs." I sure was. I was, and I came out better than what she was as a mom, which was my goal when I had kids, and I've accomplished that. So, as far as her, like, her family has literally, as long as I've ever known them, even till this day, her parents have gone to church. So, like, that should tell you something. You were raised by both your parents in a church household, and you came out the way you did. I was raised by one of my parents only up until a certain age in my life. Like, I wasn't even of age to be on my own, and then I had to go through what I had to go through as a kid. But anyways, point being, I didn't have anybody raise me that came from a church, and I damn sure didn't end up like her. So Yeah, I mean, I know that she comes from like this, I would say, good upbringing. Like, she had both her parents, they were both very active in her life, hence how they were able to raise her kids.
Yeah, and then she's getting. It's like she. How? So I keep hearing a bunch. Is that a potato? It's a fucking potato. I keep hearing a bunch of stuff. How old is she?
I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question.
Yeah, you're getting a lot. She's 36, 70, 35, 30,
50.
50, 60, 65, 36, 30. We're going to say between 36 and 92. Um, people over here saying you're very, very respectful as a person.
Thank you. I'm so. I mean, this is just me. This is the real raw me. I don't try to come on here and be anyone. I'm not. I'm just. This is me every day.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm 39. She called me old.
You're 39.
Yeah, she called me old. She does look like she looks rough. Like Snow.
She looks like she's been through some shit in life, but she's been inside for 5 years. So
Well, thank you. She been. Oh, she just wanted to go outside.
maybe she just needs some vitamin D or something. I don't know.
Go
Vitamin
touch. Go touch grass. She looks twice my age. She was rotting inside her home. Yeah, Snow does age people. Let's see. She
No.
needs she needs water and vegetables. She's on a diet of Cheetos and bean dip. Oh, she needs something. And alcohol. Yeah, I wonder what the 81. So she's got 1981 tattooed on her arm.
Mm,
I wonder why.
mm.
Was she ever normal?
Was she ever normal? Looking back, I'm not gonna say she was normal because normal people don't get jealous of their sister-in-laws. Normal people don't find something to turn their spouses against their family. So normal, no,